is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
First reading, a reading from the Acts of the Apostles. Wishing to determine the truth about why Paul was being accused by the Jews, the commander freed him and ordered the chief priests and the whole Sanhedrin to convene. Then he brought Paul down and made him stand before them. Paul was aware that some were Sadducees and some Pharisees. So he called out before the Sanhedrin, "My brothers, I am a Pharisee, the son of Pharisees. I am on trial for hope in the resurrection of the dead." When he said this, a dispute broke out between the Pharisees and Sadducees, and the group became divided. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, or angels, or spirits, while the Pharisees acknowledge all three. A great uproar occurred, and some scribes belonging to the Pharisee party stood up and sharply argued, "We find nothing wrong with this man. Suppose a spirit or an angel has spoken to him?" This dispute was so serious that the commander, afraid that Paul would be torn to pieces by them, ordered his troops to go down and rescue Paul from their midst and take him into the compound. The following night the Lord stood by him and said, "Take courage, for just as you have borne witness to my cause in Jerusalem, so you must also bear witness in Rome." The word of the Lord.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John, chapter 17, verses 20 to 26. Lifting up his eyes to heaven, Jesus prayed, saying, "I pray not only for these, but also for those who will believe in me through their word, so that they may all be one, as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they also may be in us, that the world may believe that you sent me, and I have given them the glory you gave me, so that they may be one, as we are one, I in them and you in me, that they may be brought to perfection as one, that the world may know that you sent me, and that you loved them, even as you loved me. Father, they are your gift to me. I wish that where I am, they also may be with me, that they may see my glory that you gave me, because you loved me before the foundation of the world. Righteous Father, the world also does not know you, but I know you, and they know that you sent me. I made known to them your name, and I will make it known, that the love with which you loved me may be in them and I in them. The Gospel of the Lord.
My dear friends in Jesus Christ, while carrying out Jesus' mission here on earth, the apostles of Christ experience Jesus' continual support and guidance. And that is what we see in today's first reading, which is taken from St. Luke's Acts of the Apostles, where St. Paul is brought before the Council of Jerusalem to examine the charges which have been made against him. And there, Sadducees as well as Pharisees were present. And the good Lord guided St. Paul in creating a division between these two parties. And St. Paul arose and said, "I have been brought here. I have been in prison for the mere fact that I believe in the resurrection. Since I speak about the life after death, I was in prison." Then the Pharisees were indignant about this imprisonment, because since the Pharisees believed in resurrection, whereas the Sadducees, they liked the imprisonment of St. Paul, since they did not believe in resurrection. Dear friends in Jesus Christ, in this way, a division was created within the council, and they could not come to a conclusion, and they could not make a final verdict over St. Paul. Dear friends in Jesus Christ, it was Jesus who guided St. Paul to run away from this trial, because the good Lord wanted St. Paul to go to Rome in proclaiming good news. Just as he has been preaching good news in Jerusalem, the good Lord wanted St. Paul to go to Rome as well. Dear friends in Jesus Christ, therefore, Jesus, He provides us His continual support and continual guidance while carrying out His mission here on earth. And that is what we see even in the life of Saint Sebastian. Saint Sebastian, he proclaimed the good news within the empire of Diocletian. Therefore, he was shot arrows. But still for all, his life was saved miraculously because the good Lord wanted him to provide a testimony before Diocletian once again. Therefore, God is always there to support us and to guide us while carrying out our mission here on earth. So what is important is to listen to Him and to ask His guidance, because we are carrying out not our mission, but His mission. If we keep that in mind, He will be there always to guide us. Therefore, by trusting in God's guidance, by trusting in God's assistance, let us continue our good work of giving good news to the others. Amen.